Hi, this is James from Mission, and today we're ordering a custom Stagecraft speaker cabinet from stagecraftgear.com. Ready? Let's go! Alright then, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to stagecraftgear.com. This will bring up the home page, and in the top right here you'll see the different products that we have available. And in today's video we're going to be ordering ourselves a cabinet, so I'm going to hover over cabinets, and then we can choose from one of the different types of cabinets that we have available. Let's choose blackjack cabinets. So blackjack are our British style guitar speaker cabs, and this will show us all the different types of cabs that we have available here. On the left are a couple of links with some extra information. Build process tells you a little bit about how we build the cabinets and the materials that we use. And Heirloom and Studio are two different styles, cosmetic styles of cabinets that we have. And this link here will tell you a little bit more about those. So click on those to get some more information. Okay, let's pick a cabinet to order. Let's choose the Blackjack 212 ST Diagonal. This is one of my favorite Stagecraft cabs. I have one of these, so let's click on that, and that will bring up the product page for this particular cabinet, and it will tell you what the model name is and the price, and then there's a description here of this particular cabinet and all its features and appearance. There's a couple of sections down here that we'll go through. Check out dimensions. Dimensions has the dimensions of the cabinet itself. So this section here shows you the width and height and depth of this particular cabinet itself. You want to compare that to what we have down at the bottom here in additional information, where we talk about the dimensions of the packing material. So the dimensions here at the bottom are the cabinet inside its shipping box. So this shipping box, when you order it, would be a 30 by 30 by 18 inch box when you receive the unit. And then the dimensions here are the dimensions of the cabinet itself outside the box. You can order a cabinet in stock trim, or you can customize the trim. And in the description here, it describes what the stock trim is. So you can see this one, for instance, comes with black Tolex, black metal corners and white piping. And if the stock trim is what you need, then you can just click the stock option down here and add the product to your cart. If you want to customize the look of the cabinet and some of the options, then you're going to want to click on the custom radio button here, and this brings up this other section here, and we'll go through how to complete that now. When you click on custom, you'll get a set of options here to choose from. And the exact options will depend on the specific cabinet that you've chosen. So these are the ones that are available for this particular cab. We can choose from Tolex and grill cloth, and then there's some other options such as grill piping and corners that we will go through. So let's start with Tolex and grill cloth. So Tolex is the covering for the cabinet, and we can click here or up here to see the different types of Tolex that we have available. So I'm going to click on that one. And that will bring up this page with the different stock Tolexes that we have. You can also customize the Tolex, and we'll cover that in a minute. But for the moment, let's look at the ones that we have available here. You can hover over the picture, and that will give you a close-up of the grain of the Tolex, so you can check that it matches exactly what you're looking for. So I think I want to do Emerald Bronco for this one. So I'm going to keep in mind that the Tolex that I'm interested in is called Emerald Bronco. And then I'm going to go over to the grill cloth, and I'm going to choose my grill cloth. And this is a similar thing. It brings up the different standard grill cloth options we have available, and you can hover over the top of the picture to see the exact details. I think I'm going to choose black basket for this one. So I've got Emerald Bronco Tolex and black basket grill cloth. I'm going to go back to my order page. And in the Tolex section here, I'm going to type Emerald Bronco. And the grill cloth was black basket, so I'm going to type that in there. The other custom options I have for this particular cabinet are the grill piping and the corners. So the grill piping is the white trim shown here on this picture around the speaker baffle. I can choose from different colors for that. And then the corners, since this is a studio cabinet and has metal corners, I can choose from different corners too. So let me go back down here and decide what I want. I can click on the drop down box for grill piping and it shows me the different colors that are available. I think I like white, so I'll stick with that. And then same thing for the corners. I can choose which one I want. Let's go with chrome. So that's configured all the standard options that are available on that cabinet. And if I'm happy with that, I can just click on add to cart and I'll be ready to go. If you need to customize your cabinet further, for example, if you're one of our OEM customers and we're building you a special cabinet for resale, or if you're trying to match particular Tolex and grill cloth on an existing cabinet that needs something customized, we're going to cover how to do that in a little while. So for now, we'll consider this cabinet done and we'll go add some of the other options such as handles and backs. Now once we've got our base cabinet configured, there are a couple of other things we can add just to further customize it. And the first thing you may be interested in is changing the back. Now this particular cabinet comes with a closed back as standard, but I can click on optional backs and that will take me over to a page where I can choose a different back for the cabinet. And there's a description here that tells you what the different backs are and what type of effect they will have on the sound of the cabinet. And then in the options section down here, I can choose from the different versions. So I get a closed back as standard on this particular cabinet, and that may be okay. But let's say for this one, I think I'd actually prefer an open back. So I'm going to click on open back, and then I'm going to add that to my cart. Okay, the last thing we're going to do here is order a wiring harness for my speaker driver. This example, I'm going to assume that I already have a speaker driver and I'm going to connect it up when I receive the cabinet. You can of course order speaker drivers from the Stagecraft website, and here are all the different speaker driver options that we have available. But I'm assuming I have that already, but I'll need a wiring harness to connect it up. So I'm going to click on cabinet upgrades and that will take me to my upgrades page. And there are a couple of different options for wiring harnesses. The 1x12 covers a single speaker driver configuration, but I have a 2x12 cabinet here, so I'm going to need a multi-driver wiring harness. So I'm going to click on that, and that will take me to my multi-driver wiring harness page. And then down here I can choose what type of wiring I want. For a multi-driver cabinet, 2 in this case, I can choose whether it's series or parallel wiring. So I'm going to choose series wiring for this, and then I'm going to add that to the cart. So I think I have everything I need to order. I'm just going to check that and hover over the cart button here, and it just gives you a quick view of what it is that you've ordered. You can see your cabinet along with the different options that you requested. Cabinet back change and wiring harness, so that looks good. So now I'm going to click on View Cart, and that will give me a more detailed view of my order and give me the opportunity to make some changes. So if I want to change the quantity, for example, I could do that here. If I have a coupon code, I can apply that here. I think those are all good to go. And now I need to arrange my shipping. Local pickup is if you want to come collect the cabinet when it's done from the factory. You can do that. The Stagecraft factory is in St. Louis, Missouri. So if you're in the area and want to arrange with us to come pick up the cabinet when it's done, you can certainly do that. Otherwise, you will need it shipped to you. Now I'm logged in here, so it knows my shipping address. And so it's giving me the different FedEx options for shipping. If you're not logged in, then you'll need to give it the information. And that's where you do that here. So you select the country that you're in, and we do international shipping, so you can just click on this drop down and add where it is that you're located. And then I'm in California, and then this is my zip code, and then you can just click on update totals, and that will give you a quote for shipping. I'm going to select FedEx Ground, and then proceed to checkout. Okay, so here's my checkout information, and this is where I'm going to enter my shipping address and my payment information. If I have an Amazon account, I can click here to pay with Amazon. Again, there's a last opportunity to enter a coupon code here if you have one. Then you're going to enter your name, shipping address, contact information in here. If you want to have the cabinet shipped to a different address, then you're going to click on this option here, and this will let you enter a different shipping address to your billing address. And then any special notes in here about how you want the product delivered. And then a last opportunity here to check that everything is exactly as you ordered it. And then your payment options are down here. Once you're ready, just click on place order, and that will go ahead and place the order with us, and we'll let you know as soon as it's ready. When the orders are complete, we send you photos from the factory along with the notification that the order is complete, and you can check out the photos to make sure that the order is exactly as you ordered it before we ship it to you. Okay, the last thing I wanted to do here was just cover some more customizing options for our OEM customers who are building cabinets for resale, or if you're trying to match a particular cabinet you already have, or do some custom Tolex or grill cloth options that are not available from our standard offering. So for this example, I'm going to pick a West Coast Pine 2x12 cabinet, and then as before, we're going to click on the custom options down here to bring up what's available for this cabinet. Now the Tolex and grill cloth fields, in the example before, we picked a Tolex and grill cloth from our list of different available parts up here. But this is an open field and you can type anything in here. So normally I would recommend, if you don't know the exact manufacturer's name of the Tolex, that you would contact us first and determine what that is. And then you can type that in here. This is an open field. So let's say that we determined that the Tolex you needed is called Purple Palace. So we'll type that in here. And then the same for the grill cloth. You can type in something we have as standard, or if you have a custom grill cloth that we'd agreed to, you can type that in here. Or sometimes customers, particularly OEM customers, may have their own custom grill cloth that they want us to install. So you can type that in here too. Let's put in, for example, will supply. Again, if you're doing something custom like this, I would normally recommend that you contact us first to make sure that we agree on these, but this is how you do it once that's all done. So we have our custom Purple Palace Tolex, and then we have grill cloth that you will supply to us to install. We have chrome and black corners, so we're going to choose chrome for this one. And then any special instructions, you can write those in here. So let's say we'd agreed to put, again, this is an open field, so you can write anything in there that you need. And then down at the bottom here is an option to do a file upload. Now, this is if you're trying to match a particular Tolex or a particular grill cloth and we can't determine what it is. It's normally best to send us photos of what it is that you're trying to match. Now, we can't guarantee that we're going to be able to match exactly in all cases what it is that you have, especially if you're trying to match cosmetics with an old vintage cabinet where those materials are no longer available, for example. But the best thing that we can do here is for you to send us photos of what it is that you're trying to match. Now you can just click on browse here and then upload a file or a set of files. You can send us JPEGs. It's normally best to send them as many pictures as you can and then package them up in a zip file. So if you can send us a picture of the back and the front, the top, the underside, pointing out any particular things that you're trying to match, close-ups of the grill cloth if it's non-standard, for example. Package those all up in a zip file, then just click on browse, and then you will be able to add that to the order. And then when you place the order, we will receive those photos and we'll be able to check to make sure that we can match it as close as possible. Okay, after you have all those in there, you're just going to click on add to cart as we did previously, and your custom order will be ready for submission.